happy Easter. I'm Borj, and yeah, as Tarek mentioned, Peterson is part of the Control Union World Group. We're also Dutch company. We're present in, I'll just start off with a presentation. We were founded in Holland in 1920, so it's like almost 100 years old, and we have 220 companies worldwide. So from basically does complete advisory services for traceability, quality and quantity management for agriculture mostly. Yes. And we have 100 and plus commercial certifications under the Control Union certification body. And we are mostly experts on value chain, supply chain in agriculture and sustainability. So just to refresh your memory what the company is about. So certification is from Control Union. So I have my colleague here from the Philippines, Gwen. She's our assistant certifier for organics in the Philippines. And I'm from Peterson, so we do advisory services and consulting. That's not, so we're just closely related, the two services, just to make sure the boundary is correct. So for today's topic, I'm going to talk about organic agriculture, specifically focusing on organic certification and how what are the opportunities of organic certification in what does the global market look like, and what are the opportunities in there. Because mostly when you say organic, it's organic. They put a label on it and tell you that it's organic. Buy it, it's sustainable. But we will find out today what are you going to look for if you're actually going to buy organic or you want to grow organic. So those are the two main points, and it will also touch a bit more on traceability and how it goes across the supply chain, not just on the farm level.
And also how to make money.
Yes, hence the opportunities, the market opportunities, if anyone is considering to have an organic certified farm, an organic certified product. So we'll touch a bit more on that. All right, just very basic, it's just an awareness. We have a different training program for organic certification. So for everyone here. Yeah, so when you say organic, we have different kinds of agriculture products, but mostly in the Philippines, we're focusing on in the Philippines, organic products here are mostly on fruits and vegetables and grains, a little bit on meat and poultry that I can see here and there. But just to make sure that these are some of the things that are considered organic, not yet certified, just organic agriculture. We're not talking about certification yet. So it has no synthetic pesticides for fruits and vegetables and grains. And yeah, a bit more. Send it to Ms. Bernie so you can take a look at it specifically. But just on the basic, it doesn't, in organic agriculture, you don't use, you use synthetic fertilizers, and it's not genetically engineered, so no GMOs. Just for the basics across the board. And organic certification is when you put a label on a product that you're selling. Fruits, vegetables, grains, poultry. So these are the basic organic certification labels that we have. And it's offered by a control union. So you have EU, European Union Organic, USDA, and JAS, Japan Organic. So these are agricultural programs. There are also textile programs that are actually quite, we have a lot more of textile across South Asia, in India, Pakistan, where cotton is grown. So they apply for organic textile programs. And in some countries, we also have organic cosmetic program, especially in Korea, and we have some interest in the Philippines as well. Because they wanted to, it's called Cosmos Organic for cosmetics. Yeah, cool. So in general, these are the organic products for EU, in USDA, is USA, and Japan Organic. Yes, so this is very, very basic. And one of the basic things is actually on the grounds. So there's a 3-year conversion period whenever you have in the farm level. So when your area has been cultivated, highly cultivated, and the soil is not proper, so there's a 3-year conversion period, whereas you will be allowed to, or you'll have to undergo this period to make sure that your farm is to comply with the organic certification of the farm. Cool. Yes. And some basic principles. Also, organic is part of a sustainability standards, so it complies also with a couple of items on sustainability, which touches on water resource conservation as well. Right? Yeah. And in the organic certification, these are the basic organic production that an auditor will check on the farm level. So the conversion period is mentioned. There is also planting materials that are planting materials and inputs, so like non-GMO. Some certification actually require that the seeds are also certified, or some, not certification, but a couple standards also require that the seeds are certified and non-GMO. And there's a soil fertility management, so soil testing is required as well. And it also goes to harvest and post-harvest, and the administration as well. So there's a very holistic approach in terms of the production. And it doesn't stop there, because it will also take a look into the processing unit of an organic farm. So until the storage and processing, and we'll take a look at these areas as well. If there is there's a farm that would like to be organic certified, or a product that would like to be certified. All right, and I think those are the organic production and processing parts are going to be included in specific trainings, because these are really focus areas and a lot of technical points to be considered for any farm managers to actually apply for an organic certification. I think what we have been talking about is actually how to make a market out of anything that is presented in this farm. So I have here some premium markets for USDA alone. Is $43 billion on organic. So this is your consumers. The $43 billion is the consumer markets that are going organic, just for the USDA standard. We're not talking about the other still. And it's a growing market because, as you know, middle income, middle earners, millennials, these are the markets that are aiming for organic, and they want to purchase organic in retail. So these are the things that I also see in the supermarket, for example. There are more and more stalls in areas designated and assigned for organic products. And they also try to eliminate plastic as a cover for organic products and make it out of banana leaves. I saw it for Decent Farms, actually, in one of the supermarkets. So that's a shift of mindsets that is actually why there is a growing market for organic labeled products, not just for export, but actually here in Asia and here in the region and in the Philippines. Yes. So just send this over to Ms. Burnley if you want to take a look at the stats. But basically, it's a really growing market because of the demand is really high right now for organic products. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to elaborate more. All right, and yeah, as you've seen earlier, the main organic standards came from EU, US, and Japan. So these are the markets for export. And any farm products that are organic, claims to be organic, cannot be exported to these countries if they don't have the label for the European standard, or the USDA, or the JAS. So these products cannot be exported if they're not organic certified. Once you claim it, you have to put a label on it. Yep. And surprisingly, organic producers globally are mostly in Asia, and most of them are exported outside of Asia. But we don't have to forget that Asia is also a really growing market, and the demand is also high for organic still. Okay, that's it, very short.
Okay, we'd like to thank Ms. Chrissa Borja and Ms. Gwen Canedo of this very fruitful presentation. And we'd like to ask Mr. Chu to award our presenters our token of appreciation. Thank you.
On behalf of the Management Association of the Philippines, Agribusiness and Countryside Development Foundation and its partner institutions, All Transport Network, CSR, CS Foundation, Dubaladad and Associates Foundation Incorporated, Friends of the Earth Foundation Incorporated, Harvest Agribusiness Corporation, Laparel Heritage Foundation, MFI Polytechnic Institute Incorporated, Multinational Foundation, People's Alliance for Progress Multipurpose Cooperative, and Finland Society, we present this certificate of appreciation to Ms. Chrissa Borja for her invaluable support in the advocacy and promotion of agribusiness and countryside development, and for her commendable and unselfish services rendered to this foundation as speaker at its 12th meeting forum held at the Formation Center Missionaries of the Child Jesus Australia Street, corner Amapola Street, Makati City, given this 23rd day of April 2019, Makati, assigned by Mr. Ramon, Chairman.
Thank you very much, Ms. Stu, and thank you very much to everyone. I think we can now talk turkey after this. Thank you, and good morning.